Hey guys, what's going on? It's Devon Sias of SC Reports, and it's good to see you guys here. Guys, let's talk. We have to talk about Derrick Rose. Breaking news: he is going to the Cleveland Cavaliers on a one-year deal. Now, we all know the story by now. I got to talk about it in a separate video, but I'm going to talk about the Kyrie situation later. Right now, we're talking about Derrick Rose and what he brings to this team. So, some pros. If he can get back to what he did best kind of at the beginning of his really good career is being a good facilitator. LeBron needs that second facilitator on his team. He has a career 6.6 assists per game. Last year with the Knicks, only 4.4. Didn't really do a good job there with assists, but you can kind of contribute that to the horrible triangle offense they were trying to run. And, Derrick Rose did also have 18 points a game, but again, he wasn't efficient most nights. He kind of got better during the end of the season before he had kind of, faded away. And, in terms of three-point shooting, he's always been bad. But, overall, Derrick Rose had his best year coming back from all of the horrible injuries that he suffered in that 2-year span. So, Derrick Rose to Cleveland is good in a sense of it's a name coming to LeBron James. He can potentially help unlock any last push that Derrick Rose can possibly have as a star player. He should become more efficient. You should see an uptick in assists from Derrick Rose. But again, we just don't know. Some of the cons that Derrick Rose has is obviously he's a name, but at this point in time, what Derrick Rose has to be for Cleveland to even say that they have a chance against Golden State is fool's gold. He isn't the 2010 Derrick Rose that's going to give you 25 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, crazy three-point shots, crazy scoopy type of looking shots. That's not going to be Derrick Rose's game. We're probably going to see an uptick in points, but I don't think he'll be consistent enough to say that, he's back. Again, I think the one thing Derrick Rose needs to work on is his three-point shot. He was bad last season. Playing with LeBron James, you will have more open shots. He has to work on spot-up shooting, especially from the three-point line, because this team needs it. Another thing that since Kyrie is out and Derrick Rose is in, Cleveland is not going to have a closer right now. Derrick Rose sort of was a closer. LeBron James, at times, he was the closer for this team. But Kyrie Irving, for the most part of, this past 3 years, he was the closer. In the fourth quarter, they gave the ball to him and let him finish. He did it against Golden State 2 or 3 times, including that big Game 7. He did it on Christmas Day, so he was very big, especially in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference for these guys. So Derrick Rose does not bring that. Derrick Rose, you don't know what you're going to get from Derrick Rose. Only played 64 games last season. Can he make it to the playoffs? Can he make it to the finals? How much games is he going to have to rest now that he's in a winning situation? It's not like he's going to try and force himself to play. We know Derrick Rose. He already said if he can't play, he's not going to fight through anything. That's not someone that LeBron James wants on his team. He needs everybody to play if he wants a chance against Golden State. And let's just say Golden State gets knocked off by the Spurs or Minnesota next year. They still don't have a fighting chance against those teams because Derrick Rose is not going to be the player that he was in 2010. Okay? If he is, well, hey, I'm wrong. But I don't see him resurging to those type of numbers and playing the way he used to play. So Derrick Rose, it'd be silly to think that Derrick Rose is going to make this team better than they were before. In fact, they are a lot worse. They don't know how much games he's going to play. he's probably going to have to rest more, which means LeBron James' workload is going to be a lot heavier this season. Not to mention the games that he's going to rest. They're probably not going to be the first seed. They're going to have to work their way up. They're going to have to really fight now in the Eastern Conference. Boston looks good. Toronto, they lost PJ Tucker, but I still think they have a fighting chance now that Kyrie Irving's not there. Kyrie really hurt them last year in the playoffs. A team like Milwaukee has a good chance to upset. They play great defense. They were young. I think they got great experience off Toronto. Cleveland is not a lock, this season. They are not a lock for the finals. And if they do get back to the finals, they are screwed. Unless Derrick Rose has a resurgence, like I said, it was foolish to think that Derrick Rose makes this team better. It's a name that hopefully will calm the masses, but all basketball fans know that Derrick Rose is still a step down, a huge step down from Kyrie Irving. He's not a closer. He is sometimes not very consistent offensively. He might bring you a little bit better defense, but again, that's questionable. So again, even if they do make it back to the finals, they are going to get beaten up bad by Golden State. They're going to get beaten up bad by San Antonio. They could potentially get beaten up bad by Houston, maybe Minnesota. So it's really rough to say this, guys, but again, it's a move that they needed to make because they can't put Jose Calderon out there if they really want a fighting chance this season. They can't put no veteran point guard out there. Derrick Rose was a name. They're banking on his potential to come back and be a good player, but I don't know how that's going to play out. So, guys, that's what I think. I know I've been away, guys. I want to say really quickly, anybody that's still around, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying with me. Whole explanation coming tomorrow. Have a few videos coming out tomorrow as well. Got predictions coming up for the rest of the season. I'm waiting for Melo to get traded. Okay, there's Melo. Now I got to wait on Kyrie to do, certain predictions. I got to wait now. But again, I'll do the other ones because their off seasons are done. So we'll get to that when we get to it. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.